Like, have you ever encountered this situation where some people are not productive the entire day?
Oh yeah, I've been that person many times,
really?
honestly.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That might be quite challenging.
Yeah, it's some days you just don't want to get out of bed. It's today's the day, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
This battle fatigue thing, it's real.
Yeah, and it's so interesting because we were talking about education. We were talking about like this journey of learning and how, you know, much of the Web3 industry, you know, they're going through a process where they have to go through a process of learning, and how education and learning is so important to really be successful in this space. And it's interesting to hear you talk. It sounds like you were just hungry to learn. Like you just wanted to know how things work and you dove in. And do you think that's part of the success or part of the process?
No, absolutely. I think that is the most important part of like any young entrepreneur or maker, because like just constantly have to be learning, constantly have to be like exploring new fields, because we're just in a space where like I don't know what I want to be an expert in. I don't know what industry is going to be my industry right now. So I'm just in a space where my only responsibility should be being able to dabble in as many different industries as I can, but with the focus of learning as much as I can in that space. So, and that's also why I really like Web3, because I almost feel like because this field is relatively so new, everybody, irrespective of whether they're like teenagers or they're
age,
super old, everyone's learning in this space. Like,
but it's mainly teenagers.
That's true. I think in this space, I think a lot of people are young.
Yeah. Wow. That's and it's funny because I think about my journey in Web3, my own journey in Web3 with ByteBao, and particularly the marketing side. So I started off thinking, oh, I'm going to go the traditional way. I'm going to do like Instagram and Facebook and do posts and, you know, and then I'm like, okay, nobody's liking this stuff. Nobody's, you know, and they say, oh, you have to do it for a while.
It's been quite saturated,
It's so saturated. But then I got into this space of, I think I was following a guy on TikTok, and he talks about authenticity. And he talks about, you know, it doesn't matter, you know, this is basically what his message is that everyone's saying niche down to be very specific. But if you look at my TikTok journey, I'm all over the place. Right. And people are like, wait, what are you doing? But I think it's part of that journey of learning, right? Like, I don't have to just come on and talk about Web3 and legal stuff, because if I did, I mean, I would be bored. I would be bored. So you may see me cooking, you may see me like getting my makeup done or like playing with my kids or something. And I think that's, I don't know what your thoughts are about that, Messaoud.
That's actually great, because like we need more different people, because, you know, this generic kind of, because sometimes when I'm going through TikTok, I'll see the same message or the same information from 10 different accounts. Like, you know, three websites that feel illegal to know. Like, come on, like everyone knows them. So, you know, it's not that catchy anymore. So people want to relate more to people. You know, they say that people don't trust brands, but people trust people. So if I see you like you are just another human being like me, so you have your social life, you have your family, you are cooking, so I can relate more to you. Like, I can feel more comfortable that this person is not only about selling me something, but he's actually sharing his own life. So, you know, we can connect on that, instead of being just, you know, in the position where you are trying to send messages to people like I am in high position and you are kind of ignorant, so I'm giving you just information. So just sit down and take notes.
Take notes, right?
Yeah, that's it.
I really don't like that type of
marketing. Yeah. Actually, nobody actually like it because it's outdated.
What about like influencer marketing? When I mean, I haven't seen much of it in the crypto and NFT space, but I know it is there, right? Do you think that people respond a bit better to that than like this authentic self?
Yeah. Actually, the influencer is quite controversial subject, because you know, because there is a huge ignorance in the space. You know, most people, they don't understand actually about the crypto and Web3, and even these influencers, they are paid to do the marketing. Most of them, they are not really fully aware about the entire thing, so they will just do the promotion for the sake of the promotion. And for this specific thing, most of these influencers have been misusing that, and some, let's say, corrupted projects been misusing the influencer impact on their follower.
Right.
So we have seen lots of scandals where influencer is not really familiar with the project, and the project has ill intention. So they will take chunk of that deposit of the users, and they will promote it to have more deposits, and then just rug the entire thing.
I think we had like a whole wave of like shit coins and then pump and dump schemes. And I think a lot of that was driven by TikTok and influencers, where they're like, you guys are not going to believe this new coin, and like 1000x return. And
exactly.
A lot of that coming up. And then I think it's nice that now that the markets have become more calm, that has sort of toned down as well. I think that was required very much in our space.
Yeah, and there's such this glorification. One thing that I really don't like about it is there's such this glorification of the lifestyle. Like this crypto, like, oh, I made like 5 million, and a lot lot of the influencers,
my morning routine thing.
Get ready with me. I mean, like, you don't want to get ready with me because you won't like what you see.
Okay, yeah.
But like, if like people post that, and particularly in Dubai, right? It's like people on the yachts, the women in the swimsuits, and is that even real? Like, it's not real. Let's face it.
It's not real, and it's not sustainable. Like, you cannot live your life like you are living in the holidays.
Literally.
And, and most of those people, I mean, like the really rich people, they don't need to show off, because they actually live it, so they don't have something to prove. But this kind of hungry new rich kind of thing, they are really trying to convince you that they are rich, so they can have more deals and they have more higher reputation. And
because like this was something that I was discussing with my CMO as well, that when we were trying to come up with our TikTok strategy, I was like, I don't know what kind of content's gonna work, because like when we look at pages, the only content that's like really getting a lot of views from Dubai is like guys driving out like rented Lamborghinis or like people on yachts or something, right? So I'm like, I mean, I don't want to do that to make content, but like that seems to be the only thing that people are watching and sharing.
It's actually working,
So,
I mean, like there has to be a balance. Like you don't want to be like fully stoic person, like just boring person in the office and trying not to show anything, because people on the social media, they have different psychology. Like once you are in the office, it's not the same you when you are in your couch and you want something to entertain you. People, they don't go to social media to be educated. They just want to be entertained. So it has to be having this fun aspect. And